Hello everyone, and good afternoon. Um, First of all, yesterday I did a couple of shows called Family Values, and I had relatives on that show, and my relatives do not want to be publicly on any social media platforms. Um, they don't know if people will understand our jokes or anything. Well, they just don't want to be videotaped or taped on social media. So, um, so I am redoing the show over. I had a guest, Steve Gilmore, YouTube channel, and he came in, and so we talked about family values, and we talked about how the family needs to get back together, start sitting down, having dinner together, also discussing respect for your elders, listening to your elders. We also talked about you cannot be your children's friend, and women cannot be be friends with their daughters. We talked about a variety of subjects, how men should not try to raise their children, their boys, to be gangsters. They should not introduce them to that lifestyle. So again, like I said, um, I at the I respect what my cousins don't want me to do. So they do not want to be on social media. So therefore, I deleted the videos out of respect for them. Uh, they're not with this social media stuff, and so yeah. So family values is stick with your family. Your family is gonna be there for you no matter what. Uh, and let's just go back to the basics with our family, and a family that prays together, stays together. Sometimes family needs medication, and it's just a lot. And so we want to bring the black family back together. In order to do that, you've got to take social media out. uh, Games, um, the games. Children spend too much time playing games, so we've got to stop the games. Get computers off of the games that kids are playing now. They spend too much time playing these dangerous games. Hey, Just V, how are you, my dear? I was just recapping yesterday's shows because my family, they didn't want to be on YouTube. We laugh and joke about a lot of things, and they don't want things to be on YouTube. No problem to me. I'm 60. I really don't care what anybody thinks about me. I'm glad to be living. How are you doing today, Josephine? Can you hear me? Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me, Just V? I have to make sure because whenever I do shows, sometimes people say they don't hear me. So I just hope you can hear me. And so yeah, you know, tell your families to get together, start talking about anything. No family members are better than the rest, even those that, yeah, okay. All right. Yes, even those that have a little bit more, um, you know, than the others. We can't look down on any family members. Let's try to help and uplift our family members. And we got to get back to basics. Hey, West Coast Avails, Just V, Karen J. Yeah, yesterday I did a video, and I had Steve Gilmore on there, but that video started off with my cousin, and then I did another one, and they just don't want to be on social media, and I understand that, and I have the utmost respect for my family. So, I'm just doing it all over again. So we were just talking about the family box structure. Um, no, see, no, just be Steve Gilmore isn't my family. Before you came in the video, I had my cousin on, and when he realized that it had been videotaped, he did not want the video. He doesn't believe in social media. Nothing. He's not on anything, and he does not want to be on there. Steve Gilmore is a person whom I truly love his shows. He gives good output. And so I'm just recapping. And we also recap that when you are disciplining your child, you can maybe tap them on the hands, but don't beat them nor hit them. And when you are disciplining your child, when you tap them or put them on punishment, to just go over why they are being punished. So we talked about a lot of things yesterday, and it was nice to know that everybody pretty much is feeling the same. We got to get back to bringing people to the dinner table and having dinner together. Nowadays kids, everybody fix dinner, they go in their rooms and eat. And then again, the kids are on social media. We have social media and games that are raising our children. And a lot of people did say kids spend too much time on social media, that they do need to go outside. But then, outside is dangerous, depends on where you live at. We've got some high crime areas where it's getting ready to get warm. And so, unfortunately, due to the violence in some neighborhoods, inner cities, it's not even safe to go outside. And so, okay, you're headed home? Okay, all right. I'm doing great today. Um, okay, Karen J said I talked to my daughter. I don't believe in beating or whippings with belts. extension cords, etc. Hey, Deacon Terrell, we are just talking about getting back to family values, getting the families back together to to the dinner table, at least trying to have one meal a day, find out what's going on in everybody's lives. No family is better than the next family. Um, did you want to come on the panel? I'm going to put the link up if anybody wants to join. Deacon Terrell is a great music friend of mine. Deacon Terrell. Uh, and see, this is what I like about people that I meet and that are real out here in this world. When I met Deacon Terrell, he said, I will come on your show. Him and his wife, and her name is I am First Lady Miss Sheila Terrell. And Deacon Terrell and his wife said, we will come on your show, but one stipulation, no cursing. See, that's how real people get down. Real people tell you from the beginning, this is what I don't like. I don't want to be on any panels or um, any groups. Um, and they were upfront. They said they don't want to be in any groups, in any, you know, on any platforms where there is cursing. That's what mature adults do. Mature adults let every, they let you know right up front. So, so I knew if I had them on my panel, there's no cursing. And they made it clear from the point, from the start. So this is what I don't understand with people. Like I tell people, once I find out about you, I'm done. It ain't no going back. You can get mad. You can do videos. You can talk about me. I don't care. Karen J said, as an adult, my daughter thanked me for not beating her, but explaining to her consequences of her actions as a kid. Just be so many of our people believe in beatings. No, it wasn't beatings. I mean, we just got our butts whipped. Yeah. But unfortunately, some people have taken it to the next level. Ooh, Karen J, the church chastised you for not beating her? Whoa. Oh, wow. Wow. Just V says, Karen J reminds me of slavery. My mom used a belt, but I think she would do it differently now. All my kids are different, and that is correct. My oldest children didn't get spanked as kids. My two toddlers get disciplined. Karen J says, me too, just V. Now, getting back to West Coast belts, when you said all of my kids are different, and I can remember when my mother was dying and we were going through some things. And my mother was telling me, uh, and I talked about some things with her. And my mother did say, all three of my kids are different. and I had to, and she was trying to explain to me because I had some issues with a few things. And she said I had to treat each sibling differently. They all had different needs. But she told me she was her strongest child. She didn't have to worry about me. I didn't, I have been a great daughter to her all through my life. So, yeah. So, and I think I know that. And when you say that West Coast Bills, I only had one child. But my mother made me understand that each one of her children was different. And she had to treat them different. Not like she went along, but everybody, every kid that she had was different. We are all different. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was a great show. And there's so much going on now. There's so much going on now with the kids, and we gotta protect our kids. Um, we've got to talk about also molestation and incest. You have to tell kids that it's not right to be touching on any of your brothers and sisters. Hey, together we break the chain. Um, I didn't get back to you because, yesterday when I started my show, I had my family on and they did not want to be on social media. They didn't know that the shows would be shared to different platforms. They just thought it was us talking. So, out of respect for them, I am redoing. And so, what I am doing is I am putting the link in here. And if anybody wants to come on, and like I said, I respect everybody. Once my cousin, because he started off, we were talking about our childhood. And he was like, that's being saved. No, everybody ain't going to understand us. We laughed and joking. And I said, okay. So, out of respect for them. And that's the link if anybody wants to come up and join us. And also, what we learned yesterday, uh, and together we break the chain, is she works a lot with CPS. And we all know that we do have some ignorant people in this world. And hey, Joseph Joyce, how are you doing today? So, also, if you get any of your spiteful friends or family members that decide to call CPS on you, together we break the chain. Did say if CPS it does get involved, that what you can do is you can tell them you're gonna you are going to videotape the visit. So just remember that. Hey, Joseph Joyce, Deacon Terrell says, I feel like in every family you always have one sneaky kid that will always try to push the limit. Just like you always have one that feels like they didn't get as much as the other child or children. Yeah, that is so correct. So correct, Deacon. Yes. 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 Or you might have some of the kids that was all messed up and then they finally got a chance to get it right with the parent and then they want to act like nobody else exists but them. because you're trying to you're trying to make up for the years that you was rebellious. And so, you know, you 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 want to knock the other siblings out the way because you want to try to make up for all of the years that you was a rebellious child, and it don't work like that. Yeah, yeah, yes. So yeah, lots of issues in the black family. Me, I'm like, I'ma respect everybody. I'ma let you know from the beginning, you know, like I'm at the point in my life, like God made me and can't nobody break me. And I'm just gonna do the right thing. You can't tell some people anything. You can't tell them anything. That's okay. Did you want to come on? Did you want to come on? I dropped the link. Why don't you come on and give an update? Cause I'm in the room now, so I don't have to worry about because I've got family. They don't want to be on social media. So together we break the chain. Together we break the chain. She talks about CPS and how it is a money making business where they're really trying to take black children from the black families because it's a lot of money involved. But together we break the chain, says Miss April. I got updated information. Now you must have surveillance signs posted in order to record any CPS worker. They are getting more and more corrupt. Okay, hey lady, how are you doing?
Good morning. Before I begin, I emailed you because I have something that I want to send to you. So I'm gonna try to email you again. But yeah, I'm getting more and more information with CPS. At first, you used to, well, the First Amendment states. Excuse the noise. I'm sorry. At first, the First Amendment clearly states that any public official that is on duty, you are indeed allowed to record them. So now CPS is taking on this whole thing and they're gaining more and more control. And I don't know how they're becoming so out of control, but now, at first, you used to be able to record them, and now they say that you cannot record them. If you do, you have to blur out their faces and names. So now, what you have to do, and I advise anybody, just because you think that you have a perfect life, I'm telling you guys, please listen to me, because this stuff is no joke. Okay, out here in California, there was a mega lawsuit that was just settled because there was a little boy being abused. He was in foster care, and they placed him back in the care of his parents, and they ended up torturing and murdering this little boy. So there's two kids like that happened to, but the father was able to sue them because he told them, don't send the kid back to the mother, and the mother and the boyfriend actually killed and tortured the little boy when the father was the non-offending parent, but they gave the little boy back to the abuser. And that's what happens a lot of time with CPS. Now, the reason why I'm talking about CPS is because people are using CPS as a weapon. They are weaponizing CPS. And what I mean by that is, excuse me, you guys, that if for instance, what's her name, Go Girl, if she and I got into an argument, and I'm not saying this to wish anything on her, I'm just giving an example. Okay, so Go Girl pisses me off, excuse my language, and so Go Girl has two kids, and because she didn't give me what I wanted, I'm going to call CPS and say I watched her punch her child and mistreat her child. So 5 days later, CPS comes knocking at Go Girl's door, and she's like, "Well, what the heck is going on?" Well, there was an allegation against you, Go Girl, saying that you hit one of your kids. By the mere fact that that CPS worker came to Go Girl's door, hold on a second, she does not have to let that social worker in her house because one, they need a warrant or they need a court order. If they don't have a warrant or a court order, you absolutely do not have to let them in your home. Once you let them in your home, you have destroyed all possibility of getting an appropriate defense attorney. It's going to make it hard. Anything that you say to them, and we advise you stay quiet, don't say nothing. Just tell them, that I do not want you to come into my home, and I don't wish to speak to you, because they have this technique that they use. I forgot the name of it, but the technique is used to make you so comfortable, and they make you feel like they're so empathetic and they are the best friends and they're so understanding. This is part of their training, and this is to get you to say anything and everything so that they can write down what you said, the opposite. If you let them in your house, you may have a couple of dishes in the sink, or you might have knocked over a cup of juice and you were in the midst of cleaning it up. They will definitely write up in the report that your house was absolutely filthy, nasty, and disgusting. And anything that you say, they will give you leading questions like, you know, so you must feel overwhelmed, with your life right now. And as soon as you say, yeah, oh, mother is unstable or father is unfit, they don't know how to handle pressure. This is not a good environment for the kids. So guess what? They're going to get a court order and have your kid taken up out of your home. So what you do now is you go out and you get your surveillance system. They're not very expensive, and I know some people, it's easy for me to say, and I apologize if I sound insensitive, but you can go get you a surveillance system in front on your front door, near your front door, in the entryway of your home. If you live in an apartment building, put the sign on your front door next to your window and make sure that it's in view, and say 24-hour surveillance. Make sure that you have some type of recording device. If they choose to come into your home, even though they see that sign, that's their fault. It's not your fault. You can't get in trouble. But I did find out, if you see a CPS worker out in the public, you can definitely film them. And I don't want to be too long winded, but there's a lot of stuff. One of the ladies that had her kids taken away started the father had a sexual relationship with the CPS worker. And because he was, giving her what she wanted, she was writing reports up against the mother, trashing the mother. And somehow, some way, this lady found out that the CPS worker was sleeping with her kid's dad. She went to the hotel room and she filmed them coming out the hotel room in intimate embraces and everything like that. And she submitted that information to the court, and that CPS worker was fired because they're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. And I know that a lot of CPS workers do get into relationships with the child's father, child's father, if the mother and the father are no longer together. So it's a lot of things that they do. Even the CPS worker will call, and make a false report on you. And during Easter and Mother's Day, there was a few thousand children taken from their parents on those days, and that's the most hurtful thing, is to snatch my child from me on Mother's Day. Not only that, we have something like 500,000 children in the system that are still missing. We have like accounts of children being in their own biological homes versus going into foster care. The children are violated at a higher rate in foster care. In foster care, they're supposed to do criminal background checks to make sure there's no, assaults of any kind, against minors, or domestic violence, or weapons or drugs or anything like that. And a lot of times they're bypassing that, and so they're putting little girls and little boys in homes with predators. And the families are crying and the kids are saying, I don't want to be there. It's so much information that I have on my channel, and I don't want to just take up Miss April's time, describing everything. But
Oh no.
um,
Hey, post your link in the chat.
Miss
Post
April,
your
you know
link.
what?
You know what?
Somebody told me
I have
somebody
a
told me to do
question.
that yesterday. I'm sorry, somebody told me to do that yesterday, and because I'm still fairly new to this, I don't even know where to find it to post my link.
Yeah, hold on. I do have one quick question. Well, you know what? Keep on talking. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go make you a mod, and then you can post your link.
Okay.
Keep talking,
So
cause I got
okay,
a question. This is the question I want to ask.
okay.
Okay, if 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 CPS does come to the home,
Uh-huh.
and then they do determine that they're gonna take your kid, why can't the person say, I want my kids to go to this family member, or can a family member come get them kids before they go to a foster parent?
Okay, actually, what's supposed to happen is, well, number one, let's say this: when there is an allegation made against you, pertaining to your kids, CPS only has one thing in mind, and that one thing in mind that they have is they're coming to take your kids no matter what. Number two, let me explain something to you. A police officer is only there as intimidation. You do not have to comply with the police officer unless your case is criminal. It has to be criminal. They cannot come in your home and take your kid from you. And when the police shows up, if you notice a lot of times now, because police have been sued, the police company have been sued, because when the CPS worker comes out, they're doing it for their protection. But some of the police officers were so radical that they manhandled people and they were sued. So now it's like they're only supposed to be there to make sure that it doesn't get violent. They're not supposed to do anything to you. They're not supposed to say anything. If they don't have a warrant or anything like that, or a court order, you're safe. When they leave, as soon as they leave, you get on the phone and call yourself a CPS attorney. I'm gonna and his name for California, you can get a free consultation from Vincent W. Davis, and his number is 888. I think it's 8865, and I'm gonna double check that. But you can have your kids sent to your family. You can ask them if your kids can go to your family once they take your children, but your family has to pass a background check. There is a law that states that you should be able to give your kids to your family until you go through all the process. So they do have those laws in place, but I don't have that
Okay,
paperwork right in front of me. But if you say, look, that's my grandchild and I want to take my grandchild, they are supposed to, a new law has been written. They have to give you that child because you are family. Before they go into foster care, they have to give them to family first. And if
okay,
they don't, yeah, that's why you need a CPS dependency attorney. When you do get a CPS dependency attorney, they will be able to help you. They will be able
oh,
to help you. Don't say nothing to those CPS workers. Don't say nothing. You just tell them, I don't want to talk to you, and no, you cannot come in. And you can close the door. If the police or the CPS worker threatens you, that's why it's important to get surveillance inside your home pointed at your door. If you know that CPS is on, click that surveillance on and make sure you got that sign at your door and they can't say anything. And if that camera, make sure it's pointed straight at the door so they can see the back of your head clearly and see the face of all that's going on outside of your door. Now, if that CPS social worker's voice is on there, well, if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Any type of threat is going to be against them because they're not
oh,
supposed to threaten you at all whatsoever. Okay? If they say, that you abused your child, call your child's doctor the next day or the same day if it's early enough, and schedule a full physical and tell the doctor why. The doctor's paperwork is legal and binding. So if that social worker said, I saw bruises all over that child's body, and they come and they snatch your kid, and then when you go to court with your CPS attorney and the doctor's notes does not match up with this individual said, she can get fired and get in trouble for perjury. And she has violated your Fourth Amendment right, your 14th Amendment right, your First Amendment right. And you can definitely sue CPS, and you can sue the police officer if they are involved.
Okay. Um, let me see. What was another question I wanted to ask you? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, what I wanted to say is because we do see a lot of this going on. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. We do see a lot of this going on, unfortunately, in the Black families. And just as together we break the chains. That's her YouTube channel. I need you guys to subscribe to her channel and watch this. Let me tell you something. Unfortunately, we have a lot of evil and spiteful people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can call them people on you.
Yeah.
And we've seen this on YouTube where CPS has been called on people. And so, know your rights, people. You do not have to let these people in your homes. You tell them that you want to record the conversation, because unfortunately, our people, we are very spiteful, evil
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Some of us are. And you do have those people out there that will call DCFS or CPS on you because they are mad you broke up with them. They are mad they want revenge. They mad because
Right.
they don't like you. They mad because you got a house. They mad.
Right.
And those people do exist. Nobody is untouchable, people. So you need to learn your rights.
Right. I knew
Nobody
a
is
girl.
untouchable
I
in
knew a
this
girl
world,
that got. I'm
and we
sorry.
are not exempt from anything
Nobody.
that is going on. Right.
Nobody's exempt. Nobody. I knew a girl that got peed off at this girl because this girl told her, she said, well, no, I don't want you to stay with me, because I'm a clean person and you're not so clean, so I really don't want you to stay with me. So she got angry and she called CPS on the girl, and I was blown away. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? You did not do that. She like, yes. I'm like, so I never talked to her again. You don't play games like that because you mad. Why can't you get your own place? What are you mad? Why you got to keep living with each person? There's a reason why she said no. If you check it out, everybody don't say you jump from pillow to post. So of course, I'm sure she's heard things about you through the grapevine. So you get mad because somebody don't want you. But one stupid story is a guy got his wife wanted him to do something, and he didn't want to do it, and so she got mad, and she snatched the TV remote out of his hand, and he called the police on her because they thought it was like a domestic abuse situation. CPS came out and took the children from both of them, and now she's sitting here fighting, he's sitting here fighting to get his kids back in spite of him telling them in court, no, I just got mad. They're getting ready to take away their parental rights and adopt their kids out, all because you were so childish that you got mad and called the cops. Just stupid stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. And so, my shows, like I say, I discuss all topics but my shows is trying to bring Black America back together. I was raised in a close knit family on my maternal side where we looked out for each other and we had each other's backs. You know, we didn't talk
Hmm.
about our family nor our cousins
Right.
to other people. You know, we were tight. We were told not to be playing doctor and nurse with each other. We was cousins. We didn't allow to go over to people's houses. I wasn't able to do the sleepover. So it was hard for me to relate to some of the things that is going on in the world now. But
I'm
I
gonna drop
also
down, Miss
realize
April. I'm gonna drop down. I
I
gotta go take care of my baby.
oh okay. And I'm
All
gonna
right.
end this show too. But you know, we're gonna start talking more of bringing the Black family back together and the problems that the black family has, and hopefully um, families can get closer. And so we're going to start doing family value series, and I'm going to be having series bringing different people on, and then different even different family if they want to come on and talk, and I will make sure I will let them know that the shows are being videotaped and will go out to social media sites so they will know in advance. That was something I didn't discuss with them yesterday. But yes, so we just went over spankings. Uh, every kid is different. Yeah, this is a much needed topic. It is. You know, every child is different, Um and so, talk to the kids and then explain to them why they are being tapped on the hand or placed on punishment. And just remember now, people, and this is for young girls and young men out there. My advice to you is to listen to your elders, what they tell you. I don't care what happens between girlfriends and boyfriends. If you have kids, don't bring them people into your business. You call your family first. Do not let them people in your business. Once them people are in your lives, it's going to be hard getting them out of your lives. Um, and just remember, there are some evil and spiteful people out here that don't like good family structure. When they get mad, they will call these people on you, or they will make life harder. A scorned woman, a scorned man, you throw them out the house. You don't want them to live with you. Nobody is untouchable against evil people. You will have things, you will have things that's going to come to your front doorstep that you never thought coming because you got some dirty, evil people out here. And together we break the chain. It says, yes, I always made sure that my kids understood why they were being punished. Children still need chores. Children need structures. Um, families need to get together and heal from hurt. Me, I am thankful for living. Um, like I said, at this point in my life, can't nothing break me now. Um, nothing will break me regarding family nor friends. I'ma keep it moving. I'ma be thankful for each day I have on this life. I'ma rock with those that love me, and I'm on my road to 60. And I want to thank everybody for joining this show this morning. And this is April Showers, and I'm out.